Mic test. Test mic test.
Get charged with Doc Richard. Ed Talks.
Hello! Magandang gabi po sa lahat ng ating mga subscriber dito sa ating episode number 2 for Talk with Doc Richard. Yeah, maraming salamat po sa ating mga subscriber, no? Particularly dito sa subscriber natin sa Pro Experts Media. sa Filipino Daily Herald, and syempre dun sa page natin with EdTech Supplies. Yan. Maraming salamat po sa pagtutok. And for tonight, napaka-importante po ng topic na pag-uusapan natin. No? We'll be still continuing with the different educational talks, no, that was discussed last week. No? Continuation po ito ng ating magiging usapan for this week. So, para po sa mga subscribers po natin, no, just please click like and share para po dito sa ating special episode for today. And later on po, ipa-flash natin ang mga lucky winners natin, no, last week on our pilot episode para dun sa ating voucher with EdTech Supplies. Lahat ng mga followers ng Talk with Doc Richard will be able to flash it later on. Okay? So, yeah. Going forward, last week po, diniscuss natin yung getting to know about Doc Richard. Who am I, no? Binigyan ko kayo ng brief background about the host itself, no? And kung ano-ano po yung mga different ideas about the EduTalk, no? Ano-ano yung mga topics na pag-uusapan natin. So, now we will be going to our usual business, no? We'll be going to talk about different topics on particularly dun sa ano yung mga kailangang malaman ng mga parents in enrolling their children here in the UAE. But before that, let me just announce winners of 10 commenters last week. Now we are giving 20% discount vouchers. So instead na 10, I think this is 15, no. Nadagdagan yung ating mga winners, no. Don't you worry, para dun sa ifina-flash natin sa screen right now. Yeah, the 20% discount vouchers for EdTech Supplies will be given to you through our admin department. No, yung admin department natin ay ipipm po kayo isa-isa. Kung kayo po ay naka-like and subscribe na dito sa ating episode, no, last week at saka today. So, hintay lang po. Meron pong mga pangalan na yan. Hindi ko na po babasahin isa-isa to dahil sobrang dami po, no, 15 students. 15 subscribers, sorry. And yeah, nandyan na po lahat ng mga pangalan nyo. No? Hintay-hintay lang po. And huge congratulations sa inyo, no? Para dun sa ating mga top commenters natin for last week sa ating pilot episode. Yan. Sige. Pwede nyo pong screenshot yan. Para po meron kayong evidence na nanalo talaga kayo. Okay? So now, going toward our EdTalk topic for this week. We'll be discussing basic things on what parents need to know in educating their kids here in the United Arab Emirates. So, you know the drill, no? Alam nyo na po yung drill. First 10 commenters uli will win discount vouchers from EdTech Supplies. Yan. On the first 5 minutes ang ating show ay meron na tayong 85 viewers. So keep them coming. Last episode po at our peak more than 200 more than 200 235 viewers last episode natin, no. So sana po ay yung mga nanood last week nakasama uli natin for this week. Okay? So yeah, let's get to our usual business. Okay. So papasukin natin ang mga questions coming from, pwede kayo mag-PM, no, dun sa page natin para po dun sa mga questions na gusto nyong itanong, no. Particularly po, ano dapat ang malaman ng especially mga bagong parents po, no, mga Filipino parents who would like to know more about the idea. Ano ba talaga ang mga things na kailangan kong malaman, no? Down to the nitty-gritty ng information kung ako ay magpapaaral ng anak dito sa UAE. Whether kung kayo po ay parent na nandito na yung mga anak nyo, no? Dito pinanganak yung mga bata, ang daming ganyan no? Mga bata na dito na po ipinanganak ng kanilang mga Filipino parents. Or kayo po ba ay nagbabalak na ang anak nyo this coming school year po ay dalhin nyo dito sa UAE at dito nyo na pag-aralin. At the end of the day, our goal really is to serve our kids, no? Kumbaga maibigay natin kung ano yung mga kailangan ng mga anak natin. And what is the most ideal thing to do is to be with them. Kasi kahit na sinong mga bata ang tanungin mo, hindi naman nila talaga kailangan ng maluhong pamumuhay palagi, no? Lagi nila sinasabi yan, you will always hear this with the children. Ang gusto talaga nila is makasama yung mga parents nila at the end of the day. So, yeah. whether kung ano man pong sitwasyon or circumstances nyo po ngayon, no, let all your questions come in, no, para po ma-guide namin kayo. Ano ba yung mga requirements, ano ba yung process ng pagpili ng eskwelahan. Tingnan natin, no, yung mga questions na yan, kung masasagot natin lahat yan. Okay? So, right now, we have our first question here. May pumasok tayong isang question. Napakaganda nitong question na to. How do I pick the best curriculum for my child? Yan. Yung pagpili po ng curriculum, it depends po sa requirement nyo, no, as a parent, no. Dito sa UAE, dahil we are a country with multinational and dynamic nationalities, no, talagang international yung community natin dito. You are expected na meron ding iba't ibang mga curriculum, no, na available in the market, no. So bawat especially yung mga malalaking population dito, no, the Indian have their own Indian schools, Pakistan have their own Pakistani curriculum, American curriculum and British curriculum are the most widely known and accepted curriculum, no. Yung K-12 at saka yung Year 1 to Year 13 curriculum ng IB, curriculum ng British curriculum. And then tayong mga Filipino po, we have our own Filipino curriculum, no? So, again, depende po yung pagpili ng curriculum sa kung ano po yung requirement nyo sa anak nyo. Merong mga parents minsan, or madalas sa mga parents minsan, Filipino curriculum po yung pinipili, especially yung mga Filipino families, no? Why? Kasi it's very practical. Filipino curriculum kasi is K-12 ready. So, ibig sabihin, K-12 ready, kahit dito po kayo magtuloy ng kolehiyo dito sa UAE afterwards, acceptable po siya, or dun sa mga first world country kung saan available yung mga K-12 curriculum natin. Pero dun sa ibang mga parent po kasi, dahil nga po we are having a diverse population po dito, may mga Pilipina po na nakapangasawa na ng ibang lahi. Like for example, in our center, meron kami mga student na half Filipino and half American. So, meron din mga estudyante na half Filipino and half British, no? So, depende dun sa pag-uusap ng parents kung ano yung best curriculum, no? And the direction that they wanted to give for their children. Yung bang anak na yan ay iuwi din sa Pilipinas for college? Maybe the best curriculum for them is Philippine curriculum. Although, meron din mga pure Filipino na kumukuha ng American at saka ng mga IB curriculum ng British. Why? Kasi yung direction nila is after here in the UAE, mostly yung mga medical practitioners and professionals natin, pupunta rin sila ng US or pupunta rin sila ng UK, no? At doon din nila ipagpapatuloy yung pag-aaral ng kanilang mga anak. So, kaya po, it all depends dun sa requirement nyo. But mostly, lahat ng curriculum are here, and in our experience with SRK Education Group International, mostly po talaga ng mga curriculum na pinipili ng mga parents ay Filipino curriculum. Or yung mga curriculum po afterwards na mga nabanggit ko po. Okay, so I'll have one more question before we pause for a commercial break. Madami po mga pumapasok ng mga questions na, no, but I think we need to pause for a break after this question number 2. Okay, so budget-wise, how much is the expected tuition fee here in the UAE? So yan, syempre, kapag nagpaaral kayo dito sa UAE, it really comes with a cost, no? Kasi wala pong public school, unlike sa Philippines na kahit saang bayan kayo pumunta, may mga public schools na pwede natin pag-enrollan. So dito po, mostly talaga, it's either you choose between the Filipino school, PSOs, Filipino School Overseas, kung kayo po ay Filipino family, or dun sa mga international schools po natin, which for most talaga medyo mabigat po yung yung tuition fee dun sa international schools. Like for my experience, ito po I'm telling based on our personal experience ng asawa ko, yung aming eldest po who had he is KG1 and KG2 dito sa UAE, an international school. We spend roughly like in Philippine peso around 500,000 pesos for that first 2 years. So that would include the tuition fee, the school bus at saka yung mga materials. Just that is just for 2 years po. So, talagang medyo mabigat po dahil nasa international school. But I think if you would be going to the Philippine schools overseas, yung mga Filipino traditional schools po natin dito sa UAE, much lower naman po yung magiging cost nyo. And dahil nga po limited po yung mga number of schools po dito sa UAE, na mga Philippine school overseas po, nagre-resort yung ibang mga parents into different mode and executions ng kanilang mga education ng mga anak, which is universally accepted naman po, especially nung nagkaroon po ng pandemic wherein lahat ng mga schools talaga na-convert online, no? Nagkaroon ng opportunity yung mga parents to enroll directly yung mga anak nila in the Philippines, wherein yon Philippine peso po ang binabayaran po nila na tuition fee. But for the like of us po na nag-o-offer ng distance education with a training center setup po, iba pa rin po yung klase ng produkto at saka mga serbisyo na kaya naming ibigay. Kasi aside from them enrolled directly to the ODL, no, the online distance learning modality sa Pilipinas, nagbibigay din po kami ng mga on-site tutorials kung saan meron kami mga tutorial centers po na approved, by the way, ng government ng UAE dito sa mga kababayan po natin dito sa United Arab Emirates. So, it all depends on the execution, on the product, and on the things that you need to understand. But of course, depende po yan. Kung pure online po yan, mas mababa. Siyempre, kung traditional school po talaga, mas medyo mataas po. Pag international school, talagang yun po, talagang dun talaga tayo. So, depende po sa requirement nyo, yung magiging tuition fee schedule po natin. But if you are asking about SRK Education Group International po, our fees would range between like 7,000 dirhams to 10,000 dirhams. Yearly po, that would include na nga po yung enrollment dun sa ODL, no? Dun sa online distance learning program, plus yung mga on-site tutorials po natin. And sa amin po, sa SRK Education Group International, you have the option din po to pay in cash and to split the payment in 10 months, which will cover the whole school year for all the students, no, and the Filipino communities that we are serving here. So, yun po. Maraming salamat po sa around 208 viewers po natin. First 10 to 15 minutes pa lang po natin talagang madami na po ang nagiging interested po dun sa topic. Napakasarap pong pag-usapan itong mga bagay na to. But I really need to pause for a commercial break. But before that, I really need to have this special shout out sa ating SRK binding team sa Hamdan. Sa lahat ng mga teachers, trainers, and staff po natin sa SRK Hamdan na gumagawa po ng mga worksheets natin dyan. Kaway-kaway po sa inyong lahat dyan. No? Sige, let's pause for a commercial break. We'll be back shortly. Yan, welcome back sa Talk with Doc Richards, no? Shoutout muna tayo sa ating mga viewers at peak nasa 208 viewers kanina. Hello sa inyong lahat. Kay Ruth Maravilla, shoutout kay Miss Charity, number 1 fan ko from from Al-Ain yan. Kay Corinian Valdez, Toscana Marcris, kay Mami Nels, yan, si Mami Nels Sarmiento, kay Misty Widow, kay Miss Misty, hello, kaway-kaway po sa atin, no, sa mga live viewers natin, Elaine Joy Santos, Naomi Ong, Wina Santiago, yan, Miss Wina, Ench Villegas, and si Paul Bustamante. Maraming salamat po sa pagtutok sa ating live feed for today with sa ating topic for Doc with Doc Richards, no? A while ago, we were able to answer two excellent questions from our live audience, no? Again, we are here, no, para po sa mga bagong subscribe po. We're discussing about the things that most parents need to know, no? Kung ano yung mga kailangang malaman ng mga parents sa pagpapaaral dito sa UAE. Whether yung kayo ay dito nyo na pinanganak ang anak nyo, or kayo ay nagbabalak po na dalhin ang anak nyo from the Philippines to the United Arab Emirates po. Sasagutin po natin lahat ng mga questions na yan. Okay? So, sige, let's get back, no? Medyo nag-iinit po ata yung mga questions natin, ang mga pini-PM po ng mga live viewers po natin. Okay? So, question number 3, no? How do I know if the school or training center suits my child, no? Syempre, napakadami pong schools at saka mga training and tutorial centers po na nag-offer naman ng distance learning program dito sa UAE. And napakaganda po ng nangyari po kasi during the pandemic kasi we were able to serve the Filipino community at dahil the pandemic. So, dahil po doon, nagkaroon ng opportunity, hindi po na-monopolize yung education ng mga Filipino students dito sa UAE, and we were able to convert, no, na-challenge po yung execution ng education through the new normal. So, paano nyo nga ba talaga mapipili kung ano yung proper school at saka proper training or tutorial center para sa mga anak nyo? In SRK Education Group International po, meron kami mga ginagawa po ng mga open house, meron pong mga school tour, no? You visit our website po, there would be a very nice video po na ginawa namin doon for you to be able to virtually tour lahat ng mga facilities po namin, no? Mga learning centers po namin, at saka yung mga schools po namin at mga partners po sa Pilipinas. So lahat po yan available sa website natin, and we're also very open po for a tour, no? An on-site tour po. And right now po, in particular po sa mga online students namin under the Woodlands International Homeschool, and I think yung SRK Nursery din namin, nag-o-offer po sila ng mga free trial classes po. So, kung meron pong mga provider po na who are doing the same thing po, take the advantage of joining them. Kasi that is the only way you would be able to know kung talagang fitted ba yung bata dun sa execution po ng mga ng mga providers na ito. So, kayo po ay dapat diligently, no, nagche-check po ng mga facilities ng mga bata if this is something that is really suited for your kids. I know every family would have different preference in terms of the school facilities, ano, in terms of the execution, in terms of course, alignment dun sa budget. That's the number one thing to consider also. Kasi syempre, best facilities, yung sa mga international schools, katulad na nabanggit ko kanina, you would need to really shell out a big amount in terms of the cost. Pero syempre, dun sa mga training facilities po, tsaka mga learning centers, and kung sa online virtual environment naman po kayo mag-e-enroll, iba pa rin po yung magiging cost nun. So, yun, take a look, no? Marami pong mga nag-o-offer po ng mga tours na yan at saka ng mga free trial classes na yan. So that you would be able to really know if that is the execution na para po sa mga anak nyo. Okay? Next question po tayo. I think I will be able to answer 3 or 4 questions for this episode, no? No, number 4 po, if my child has special needs, are they allowed in normal schools here? Yeah. In the United Arab Emirates po, in particular po, at kahit naman po sa Pilipinas talaga, it's really, the education is it's in inclusive environment. But of course, don't get me wrong in terms of inclusivity, no? Meron po kasing mga cases po na talagang kailangan po ng additional support at saka additional help from the parents po. So, ang bawat bata po ay special on their own way. Pero minsan po, during the assessment po kasi ng mga bata, hihingan po kayo ng tulong ng school or kaya ng learning facility kung talagang merong mga bagay po na kailangang i-support, no? On our side, sa SRK Education Group International po, we usually have that inclusive type of environment in our tutorial centers and in our nursery as well. But then again, during our assessment po, part po ito ng nagiging agreement namin with the parents, no, that part of the agreement sa kanila is that ang mga bata po ay i-assess namin, and kapag nakita po namin na talagang they are able to be mixed po dun sa regular class, then we will allow them. But if in case po talaga na hindi kakayanin, so may mga options po kami na nilalatag sa mga parents namin. Either we will require them to give a shadow teacher or parang teaching assistant po na personal po para po dun sa bata na iyon, or ire-recommend po namin sila to transfer to facilities at saka schools who would be able to help them. Kasi kami, even though we are always after dun sa numbers po ng mga students na kaya po namin i-serve dun sa mga facilities po namin, but ang main goal pa rin namin at the end of the day is really not profit. It's really how we will be able to help po yung mga bata na to. Kasi may mga bata po talaga na hindi namin kayang i-serve sa center namin. So, ipinupush po namin sila, tinuturo po namin sila sa right direction kung saan po sila dapat mag-enroll. So, but again, in general po, inclusive po yung environment ng UAE type of education. Pero, depende po yun sa case, no? Case-to-case basis po talaga yung mga nagiging sitwasyon after the assessment po ng mga bata. Okay? We have a new question here. Doc, what are the educational challenges in UAE? From Ruth Marabilia. Number one na masasabi ko siguro yung challenge is that, especially kung bago yung bata, no, how he or she will be able to adapt to the environment. Kasi syempre, minsan may mga culture shock tayo na tinatawag, no? Especially kung yung bata ay pinag-aral nyo sa Pilipinas, tapos bigla nyo ibinlend dito. Meron kami mga cases before na hindi multilingual ang mga bata. So, merong mga bata na coming from the different regions in Visayas and Mindanao, even Tagalog, hindi marunong yung bata, no? They're speaking Visayan, for example, or Ilonggo or Ilongga. Tapos pagdating dito, everyone is speaking English, or kung meron mga ibang mga classmate na nagtatagalog, hindi rin sila magkaintindihan. So, yung blend siguro nung culture, yung how they will be able to adapt, that would be one of the challenge, no, in terms of UAE education para dun sa mga bata na bagong sasalpak dito. But then again, kung bagong bata po yan, 4 or 5 years old, magki-KG1, KG2, it's the same, no? Yung separation anxiety would be there. Kaya nga mas maganda po talaga, no, we saw this one, na kapag ang mga bata po ay na-enroll dun sa aming nursery, mga 2-3 years old po yan, prior to KG1, bago sila mag 4-5 years old, ang ganda po ng effect. Kasi pagdating ng KG1 at KG2 ng bata, they are really ready. Ready po pagpasok po ng mga level na gano'n ng mga bata. Kasi na-prepare po natin sila socially. So, that would be standard for the new student. Pero dun sa mga students na galing ng Philippines na maglilipat po dito, that would be how they would be able to adapt to the environment in itself. But I think for the curriculum itself, walang masyadong walang masyadong challenge diyan kasi whatever kung ano yung curriculum, dahil K-12 nga din po yung yung program Kung ano yung tinuturo doon sa atin sa Philippines, most likely ayun din po yung mga nilalaman ng mga curriculum dito, especially kung kayo po ay tatanggap pa rin ng Filipino curriculum for the provider. Okay? So, yeah, let me answer one more question before we pause for a break. What is the minimum age for the admission in the UAE in the Philippines? Is it the same? Prior to pandemic po, I think it was the same, especially nung June to March pa po yung school year po natin. The Department of Education in the Philippines has released that particular order, no, DepEd order, na ang cut-off po ng mga bata natin would be August 31. The same thing here, August 31 po of every year. So ano lang po yon, depende po dun sa papasukan na level. Pag KG1 or nursery 2 po sa Pilipinas, kailangan 4 years old sila before August 31. Pag KG2 naman, or yung kindergarten po natin for the K-12 ng Philippines, kailangan 5 years old sila on or before August 31. Kapag grade 1 naman po, kailangan 6 years old po sila. So we suppose, after 6 years old kasi, dire-diretso na sila, so yung age po nila, makokorek na po natin yon. So, but meron po mga ibang mga cases po na there are some special cases po where ina-approve ng Department of Education yung application natin for a special LRN application kapag merong mga international certificates yung mga bata. Like for example, ang birthday ng bata is after August 31, pero meron siyang international diploma from an international school here in the UAE na gagawan po ng paraan yun na ma-accept for a KG2 program kahit beyond the cut-off age. Dahil nga po meron naman pong document na magsasabi na nakapag KG1 po yung bata. So, yun po yung ating mga cut-off age. If that would be the question. ninyo. So, let's pause for a break right now. We'll be come back for more questions to be answered right here with Talk with Doc Richard. Stay tuned. Yes, shout out sa ating 210 subscribers kanina, no? Nag-pick tayo ng 210. And shout out to my mama, to my papa, Raquel and Paul Tardeo, no? Nandito sila sa UAE ngayon. Kay Sis May Mariano, nanonood. Kay Teacher Vange, Bergonyo, kay Eleanor Ong, kay Miss Charlotte, and kay Gawin Cosme. Si Teacher Jeric din to, di ba? So, shout out sa inyong lahat ng mga nanonood sa atin for tonight. Okay? So, going forward, ang ating question number 7. How do I apply for UAE schools or the tutorial centers for my child? So, usually po, kapag nakapag-choose na kayo ng right school or right provider para sa mga anak nyo, you need to really fill out certain application form that would be standard for each of the providers po. Dahil lahat ng mga providers po na yan, ay meron pong mga, meron yung mga kanya-kanyang mga forms. So, sa amin po sa SRK po, ano pa rin po to, part pa rin po ng process po namin. But, siguro the difference lang for us is that we have our own learning management system wherein pwedeng doon na kayo directly mag-enroll po, no? Kapag you will be able to decide to join SRK Education Group International po, bibigyan kayo ng access for the LMS, no? Si SRK po has his own learning management system called Clay. Tapos doon na po kayo magpipill out ng form nyo, or pwede pa rin pong manual, and then afterwards you need to attach po yung different documents na kailangan po nating isubmit, no? Usually, ang mga documents po na kailangan po nating isubmit is the usual birth certificate ng bata, passport, visa, at saka po yung Emirates ID. Ngayon, ang difference lang po ng mga traditional schools po dito sa UAE is that kapag po yung mga documents po natin ay galing ng Philippines, kailangan po natin yang i-attest. No, there are different ways on how we will be able to attest yung ating mga documents from the Philippines up to the Philippine or the UAE Embassy in Manila, and then pati po dito sa Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, yung tinatawag na MOFIC. So, hanggang dun po yung process. But, kapag po kayo nag-enroll directly sa Pilipinas, for example, sa case po namin, yung ODL program po namin, hindi na po namin kailangan ng mga attested documents po. As it is po, kung galing man sa Pilipinas yung mga documents po, tinatanggap at ina-accept na po namin yan. So, after that po, kapag nakapag-submit na kayo, nakapag-pay na po kayo ng mga required payment scheme po, no, there would be an assessment procedure po na kailangan gawin. In SRK Education Group International, we do this assessment thoroughly, spiritually and religiously, no, for whatever adjective you wanted to really mention, no. Kaya po namin talaga ginagawa ito religiously is that for us to be able to really help, no? Hindi po ito entrance exam kung saan merong tatanggapin at saka hindi tatanggapin, no? Sa amin po, it is a way on how we will be able to bridge certain gaps, no? Ang purpose po usually ng assessment po namin, as I'm always telling po during our live orientations po sa program execution po namin, are two things, no? Kailangan ko pong malaman ng dalawang bagay. Una, malaman ko yung competencies ng mga bata, no? And pangalawa, malaman ko po kung ano yung learning gap ng bata. So competencies po, it's a good thing to know. It's a good thing to have, no? Na yung bata pala marunong nang magbasa, marunong nang magsulat, marunong nang mag-addition, no? And yun namang mga learning gaps is for us to be able to close. Kaya nga learning gaps po siya. Kailangan natin siyang i-bridge, no? Like for example, meron kami mga cases before na ito nakakalungkot na scenario. Pero minsan po kasi as OFWs, hindi na natin nakikita kung ano yung mga nagiging performance ng anak natin sa mga eskwelahan, no? So, merong mga inililipat po sa aming bata, grade 3, grade 4 for example, hindi marunong magbasa. So, yun yung mga learning gaps na kailangan nating maintindihan during the assessment process po. So, para right there and there, malaman ng parent na may gap in terms of learning capacity yung bata and we'll be able to solve that by bridging it, no? So, yun po yung mga purpose po ng assessment po natin. And after that, kapag nakapag-assess na, nakapasa na, totally inaccept na po kayo ng school, you will be able to receive a confirmation from the learning institution or from that school, no? Hintayin nyo na lang po kung kailan po yung magiging school opening, and you'll need to prepare kung ano yung mga gagamitin po ng bata. Okay? So, question number 8, what is the education system in the UAE? So, yung education system po in the UAE, as I mentioned earlier po, dahil we are in the first world country, it's the standard, kapag American curriculum K-12, no? And kapag British curriculum, yung year 1 to year 13 curriculum po natin. So, pero depende nga po, there are some cases po ng mga schools po dito, especially kapag po galing po kayo sa ibang bansa, nakakuha po sila ng special approval from the Ministry of Education, and nakakapag-run po sila ng own curriculum nila. Like for example, in SRK Nursery, no, this is one of the best example that I can give to you. When we open up yung SRK Nursery, the usual curriculum na available po dito is Montessori, British, or American po. Pero that time po, we presented yung business plan po namin with ADEC. Nakita nila na ang target audience po namin, ang target client po namin is really to serve the Filipino kids and the Filipino families. So sila nagsuggest sa amin, sabi nila, why don't you offer and try to create a curriculum based on your Philippine education system. So in-approve nila for us to be able to run our Filipino curriculum. So kaya po yung SRK Nursery, we are dubbing that as the first Filipino curriculum nursery na niraran po dito sa capital ng United Arab Emirates. Okay, so yeah. Next question po natin. Ayan, dumadami po yung ating mga live viewers po. Maraming salamat po. We're down to last 2 questions, I think, no? Kasi talagang meron din po, limited lang din po yung time po natin. Sa ating 205 viewers po, hello po sa inyong lahat. Second to the last question po natin, is putting my child at daycare all right? What are the advantages? Yung daycare per se, it depends po kasi. Ito I wanted to be honest with our audience. Dinaanan din po namin ito na dahil hindi kami properly guided that time po. Nagtayo kami ng training facility for kids. Tapos with the training facility, naglagay kami ng mga beds, naglagay kami ng mga parang nursery type of activities inside the training facility. That is a big no. Para po sa ating mga parents na nanonood, kung meron pong mga training centers other than a nursery, actual nursery license po, hindi po talaga sila pwedeng, hindi sila allowed technically mag-daycare. Nakakatawa nga po, may mga lumalabas pa sa feed ko minsan, night care. So, even yung night care po, kasi all of the nurseries po dito sa Abu Dhabi in particular po, are just mandated to run nursery until 6 p.m. po. After 6 o'clock po ng Monday to Friday, they're not allowed to receive any kids po. So, kaya yung sinasabi nyo in particular na daycare, if that is really a nursery school na meron pong ADEC license, just like what we have with SRK Nursery, then you can enroll them with that daycare kasi you are assured and guaranteed yung nung safety po ng bata dahil napakahaba po, napaka-tedious po ng process ng pag-open ng isang nursery. I must know because we own one, no? Pero yung mga training centers po na naglalagay ng mga bed or naglalagay ng mga daycare facilities po, actually that is a big no, no? I would assure you that one of these days, yung pong mga gumagawa ng ganyan, talaga pong mahuhuli din po yan, and in the long run po, baka po hindi rin maging safe yung mga bata. So kaya po, kung ang question nyo po is about daycare per se, I would suggest, if not with SRK Nursery po, maghanap po kayo ng mga legitimate na nursery schools po. Those nurseries po that are under the ADEC supervision, meron pong ADEC license. No, yun po, sila po ang may karapatan po talaga na mag-run ng mga daycare programs po. Pwede nyo iwanan yung mga bata po doon, no, actually, depende po yun sa approval ng ADEC, no, like for example, in SRK Nursery, hanggang 2 years old po, allowed po kami, as early as 2 years old. Pwede rin kami mag-apply ng mga 1-year-old, at may mga nursery din po na nagtatanggap ng, kahit mga days pa lang po ang bata, pero may special approval po yun. Kasi, kapag po may mga babies po kayo dun sa nurseries nyo, ibang klase ng facility po yung kailangan i-prepare din po ng mga nursery schools na ito. So again, if it is daycare per se, I would highly suggest you look for an actual nursery with an ADEC license na katulad po na nasabi ko kanina, SRK Nursery has that capacity po to serve you better dahil we have all those. No? Natuto na rin po kami dyan before. No, yung isa sa mga training facilities po namin ay nalagyan po namin ng ganyan. We were advised po to discontinue kasi hindi nga daw po allowed yun. Only actual nursery schools are allowed to cater for the daycare requirement po ng mga bata. Okay? So, for our last question, what is the compulsory age of education in the UAE? Yun nga po, nabanggit ko po kanina, kahit 1 month old po yan, pwede nyo nang ipasok sa nursery. Pero kailangan malaman nyo po talaga kung meron silang special approval. But the usual K-12 program po nila, yung KG1 po nila would always start po, or yung year 1 po nila would always start po ng 4 years old. No? Kapag po 4 years old ang bata, they can start with KG1 or year 1 sa British curriculum, and so on. May KG2 po, grade 1 to grade 10, and then grade 11 to grade 12 for the senior high school program. It's just the same with the Philippine education system. So, thank you very much for all the questions po na ibinato nyo sa amin. Yeah, shout out po kay Yani de los Reyes, I think si Teacher Marian to, si aking best friend from Singapore. Ayan, mukhang puyat na best dyan. Mag-11 o'clock na dyan ng gabi. Kay Jenny Lopez Apaya, Rose Jen Macabenta, ayan, si Charity Premides, nabanggit ko na to kanina, padalawang shout out na. Kay Coriniam Valdez, Marie Cris Toscano, kay Russell Abedejos, I think si Russell ay from the Philippines. Yan, kay Gracie Calao, may comment si Miss Grace, not complicated naman po pala. Nakaka-intimidate lang sa umpisa. Yes. Medyo may intimidate ka lang sa umpisa, pero as you go along, part naman yan yung culture adaptation, especially with SRK, part yan ng aming program para hindi naman ma-left behind yung mga bata. Okay? So, yeah, we're approaching the final stage ng ating episode for today. And invite ko lang uli kayo, all Wednesdays po ng July, I'll be here in Pro Expert to discuss different educational topics. We're very successful to have our first and now our second episode. And I'll see you next week, next Wednesday uli. We'll be discussing naman yung enlightenment between school and training centers. Nabanggit ko kanina, di ba? Merong iba't ibang mga klase ng execution ng program ng K-12, especially dun sa mga Filipino schools natin. Meron pong mga traditional schools talaga, may mga nag-o-offer ng ODL, at may nag-o-offer naman, just like with SRK Education Group International, ng additional learning and tutorial training centers and facilities. So, we'll be discussing ano yung difference nila, yung pros and cons, yung advantages at saka disadvantages, what do you need to know, then we'll have the usual open and for questions and discussion forum by next Wednesday. So, maraming salamat. Like, share, and subscribe po tayo sa mga pages po natin. FDH, EdTech Supplies, SRK Education Group International. Maraming salamat sa ating 201 viewers, no? At peak kanina, umabot tayo ng 210. And I would like to acknowledge Pro Experts Media, our official media partner, for allowing us to use your very nice facility and for being able to utilize din yung page nyo, no? For us to be able to reach yung mga target markets natin dito sa UAE. EdTech Supplies, no? Your one-stop shop of different educational and technology supplies requirements. Ang SRK Education Group International family, ang aking supportive wife na kasama natin dito every time. Mga anak ko, shoutout sa mga anak ko, and aking family both here in the UAE and the Philippines, no? Sa Filipino Daily Herald din, headed by Miss Charms at saka nila Miss Ellie, no? Thank you, 205 viewers. And that's it for tonight. I'll see you again next week with Talk with Doc Richards. See you and good night.
Get charged with Doc Richards.